From Evergreen Lanes in Everett, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. We got both divisions going on at once today. So we'll try and keep track of both matches at once. That's Tyler Hogstrom in the top seed in the handicap division. He's playing Jonathan Bautista. The difference is 3. Tyler has to win by 3 to tie, 4 to win. He started double spare to take an early lead over John. Tyler looking for his 2nd career title, but 1st of the season. John looking for his 1st ever. Over here in the scratch division, Nick Devlin's been red hot all season, but he's going to have to try and stop the red hot Eric Hatchett, the menace from Mojave. I just came up with that right now, I want you all to know. He's won 3 consecutive matches in the step ladder to get the chance to play Nick for the title. Been high scores over in scratch and a lot of drama. Been a lot of bizarre carry over in handicap, and that's not one of them there. As John gets no luck at all to stuff a 4-9 right there. Jonathan beat Johnny Leggett in an all-John semifinal, 260 to 216. Leggett beat Kyle Johnson, 256 to 188 in round 2. And it was Johnson just getting by Toby Shepard, 231 to 225 in the opening round. So pretty high scores in the step ladder. That was not the order of the day. It was a -20 handicap cut and a -70 scratch cut bowling on Dead Man's Curve. So fairly challenging. Looks like they broke them down into pretty scoreable later on. Strike working for Hatchett in the 2nd. That's a ball change too from his previous matches, and stuffs a 9 there. Pretty good shot though. Started at the front 9 to open the step ladder finals with a 279-194 win over Ryan Harris. And he got by Daniel Hansen in a really exciting match, 245 to 238. Hansen needed to double and didn't get the 2nd hit after somehow got the 4-9 out in the first one. And then just recently in the semifinals, much lower scoring, 192 to 180 over Tanner Spacey, as Tanner opened the last 2 frames to let Hatchett sort of backdoor into that win. So that's why the ball changed. That he doesn't feel that 190 is going to be good enough to win this game. And I agree with him, as Nick has bowled great all day long, plus 245 to lead the tournament. See Hatchett with that big bent elbow at the top of his backswing. Very unique, allows him to really get in deep. Nice look on that ball change. Keeps it even. We're still way early on over there. Nick and Tanner Spacey were tied after 5 games and almost tied the first game of match play, 258 to 257. It was Tanner with that win, but it was Nick who rebounded from that with another 258 game to eventually take the lead here heading into the finals. That's Hogstrom on your screen on the very far right, the ball very far left, and leaving home a tricky little 4-5, but the good news for him is that Bautista has lost his look and has 3 opens in 4 frames, so even if he misses this, he'll be up by 30, and if he makes it, see a real early boosting in his confidence. He's got 2 second place finishes this year, frustrated by that, wants to break through for that title. Right, Wylisha? She won a title yesterday. It wasn't JBT, just as important though. State champ. Oh, that's close. Yeah! Nice job of the 5-6. Nicely done by Hogstrom there to continue to build his early lead. Well, Devlin had the Brooklyn 10 pin to fall behind by just 1 pin here. Nick can play any arrow he wants to on the lane, but I really think his bread and butter is sort of this fade shot from deep, and that's where you had to play today. Just like that, 10 the pit. Well done. In a good battle for the points race with Brian Manette and Josh Mullen. Josh missed the first cut today. Brian didn't do much after the first cut today, so a big chance for Nick to pick up some all-important points. Hatchett, meanwhile, can take an early lead here if he can find a way to double in the 4th. There you go. Bowlers playing right on top of each other on Dead Man's Curve. He's got to just kind of fade it around 4th arrow, and could well be a carry contest the rest of the way over there in scratch. Meanwhile, Bautista has completely lost the look here, unfortunately for him, and he's obviously frustrated because he's up really quickly on spare here. Didn't really get himself time to get composed. And doesn't get away with it. It's now a 4 out of 5 opens, and his body language tells the story there. That's ugly. If it was 4 in a row, it would be a buzzard, yes. Uh-oh. And sometimes when you do that fade, if the ball doesn't pick up a roll in time, you can start leaving pieces of a 5, 7, 10. And Eric actually lucky to only leave the 7 on that shot there. He's got a funny little roll in the ball, a lot of side, and that can happen sometimes. Let's see if... Alright, Bautista avoids the buzzard. Finally gets off the schneid there. Look out! Woo! He whiffed a 9 count earlier that almost cost him the match against Hansen. But he got away with it there and almost whiffs another 9 count there. That pretty little red hammer saves the day. Nick had no JBT titles heading into this season. Now he's got 3. I know he's been killing them in OJC too, so he's having a heck of a season. That's tight. Yeah, kind of a 4-pin look all the way through it. Tyler working on a strike. He doesn't carry that. He'll have a tricky little 3-6-10 to shoot at. Still some out of bounds to the right. I think spares like 3-6-10 a little difficult to shoot at. No trouble at all at the 4-pin for Nick. Had a high game at 258, like I said twice in game 6 and 7. Had 257 earlier, so he was stringing them all day long. Hatchett's 279 was the high game of the day so far, pretty sure. Good job to spare from Hogstrom. Catch this last shot from Nick and then make sure to click over to part 2 to see who wins. No! Bang. And then when the ball does pick up a roll, these guys all throw such powerful balls that 9-pin is a fairly common thing too. It's just that ball does not respect those pins down there at all. It's like chopping a 5-9 over and over and over again the way these guys hit the pocket. Look out! And another sloppy mistake. Eric barely made his 7. Nick doesn't make his 9. That could turn this match around. Part 2 should be exciting. Make sure to watch it.